I posted a TikTok the other day and it caught the attention of the very people I called out. Not familiar with the place, I turned right anyway. Little did I know that there is a small sign here. It's not here, it's here. So, I turn right, I take a U-turn. Pagdating ko dito, may nakaabang na sa akin na traffic enforcer. Naku sir, bakit ka kumanan dyan sir? Naku po sir, ang no entry, 2,000 yan. Tapos kailangan nyo po pong tubos dito kasi wala pong online payment. Tagasan po ba kayo? Kuya, taga QC po ako kaya ako hindi familiar sa area. Ah, ganun po ba? Naku, meron ka pong 10 days para i-claim yun. Pero yun na nga, kailangan mo pumunta dito. Ano sa tingin mo sir? No entry, 2,000. Ang laki naman nun. Talaga ba? Hindi ba mas mura yun? Sabi, hindi, ganun talaga sir. No entry yan eh. Tinawag niya yung friend niya. And then I noticed, si traffic enforcer friend has something that this traffic enforcer doesn't have. The friend has a body cam. Itong si nanghuli sa akin, wala siyang body cam, kaya ganun siya magsalita. And the difference in their dialogue is night and day. Yung nanghuli sa akin na walang body cam, immediately leaves. The way the friend enforcer was talking to me, straight to the point, professional. Ano ba nangyari dito? Sabi niya, sir, kung ganun, ang fine ko na lang sa'yo, obstruction. Mas mura po yun. And ito, nung tinanong ko, magkano po ba yung obstruction kumpara sa no entry na 2,000? Sir, di po kasi kami pwede mag-discuss ng price eh. Hold on! Didn't your friend just talk about prices? So, in hindsight, now that I think about it, I think it's worth making an appeal. Other than that, from the get-go, I was willing to accept my fine. I made a mistake, and road rules are road rules. So, developments after that definitely happened. Someone from the Mandaluyong CTPMD contacted me. But before I tell you what that person said, I want to make a few things clear here. People on Facebook called me out. If you look at Google Maps, meron naman daw tamang no right turn. If you move a few meters back, you will actually see a proper no right turn over here. And that's true. I totally missed this right turn. And I have to admit, I did so for a good reason. If you're coming out from this area, you look left for oncoming vehicles. And then once you're done, you don't take your time, you make an immediate right, you accelerate, and my eyes are already looking at the corner. So wala na talaga to sa line of sight ko because by the time I move here, nasa kanan ko na siya above my head. So hindi ko na makikita yung sign dito. Somebody from the Mandaluyong CPMD contacted me kung June 12 ako nahuli, June 14 ko pinost yung video, June 19, nasa office na ako. I was there earlier today and I talked with the person who contacted me. Sabi nung higher ups niya, let's call him Buddy. Right? Sabi ni Buddy, sabi nung boss ko, hey Buddy, nakita ko yung video. Ayusin mo to. That's what Buddy told me. And so ginawa ni Buddy ang lahat ng makakaya niya para ayusin yung mga mali na pinoint out ko sa video. Beginning with the signage. So, although I did make a mistake and although there are correct signages that I simply just missed out on over here, sabi ni Buddy, pinakita niya sa akin nung nagkita kami one-on-one sa Mandaluyong City Hall, tingnan mo to, Sir Carlos. Nag-install pa kami ng karagdagan na signs. So on June 17, 3 days later, 3 days after I post the video, probably within the same day, na napagalitan siya or napagsabihan si Buddy ng boss niya, nag-install na mga additional no right turns ang Mandaluyong traffic police. They install a lot of them actually, not just this one, but this one and another one over here. So medyo overkill na at this point, but they did want to fix what seemed to have been the problem. Not only that, sabi sa akin ni Buddy, Sir Carlos, napansin ko rin sa video mo na dalawa yung enforcer na lumapit sa'yo. Yung isa, they don't want to say the word, the K word. They don't want to say kotong. Because that is the word, right? That's the word we all know. na kaya ako kinakausap about prices. Nako sir, 2,000 doon. Nako sir, kailangan bayaran mo to sa City Hall. Wala kaming online pay. Gumaganon siya, di ba? Kasi sa totoo lang, nakikipag-areglo na siya. Gusto niya na ng gusto niya na ng merienda, di ba? But they didn't put it that way. They did it. Si Buddy, he didn't want to say that at all. Buddy said that he noticed that the first officer who approached me talked to me in a very informal way, while the second one talked to me in the correct way. So ang nangyari sa informal traffic enforcer, hinanap nila, I don't know kung may hinalungkat sila, tiningnan nila yung CCTV, but it was as simple as looking at the traffic ticket that I sent them, and they traced it. They found out who those two enforcers were, si informal and si correct approach. And long story short, itong si informal officer, he's now undergoing retraining. So he's gonna go through a 7-day refresher. And ito namang si correct approach, feeling ko na nabigyan ng tamang praises. Although he didn't really talk about that second officer as much as the first one. As for the fine, well, I still had to pay for it. I still had to pay for my obstruction traffic violation, and it makes all the sense. It's not like I could contest it, because even though I do feel like I do have a strong point on why I missed out the right turn and how it was an honest mistake, I did not purposefully go there and try to make a shortcut, they could not retract my violation simply because it would not, and they never told me this is just my guess, it's not going to be a good look on them. It's not going to look very professional na itatawag nila ako sa office nila, we're gonna have an informative discussion, and then in the end, by the way, Carlos, we'll let you go off the hook. So it's not a good finishing touch if their entire point was to show that they're quick to act, they enforce the law properly, and they're doing something to improve the way traffic is being done or handled in Mandaluyong. So it makes sense kung bakit I had to pay the fine, and honestly, I was ready to pay for it anyway. It's just very nice to know that there are people out there who genuinely care about city traffic. Because flashback 5, 10, 15 years ago, and to be honest, even sometimes today, it kind of does feel like it's a lost cause. Like traffic will be the way that it is forever until we all go. But knowing that there are people who are serious about it, who take their jobs who take their jobs seriously, it's very refreshing, and it kind of gives me a glimmer of hope on what could be when we roll out this kind of political will or will na lang long term. That's it, chat. That's it. That's the quick update, and now you know